The reason that it's up, we think, partly is due to the fact that we really didn't have winter temperatures. We didn't have the cold 10 degrees or 0 or snow on the ground this year that has a tendency to suppress all kinds of activity, including crime activity. So that is one reason why we think it's up. For us, it's important to look at the 28-day cycle. What's happened in the past month? What's happened in the past week? And in those areas, we're seeing some reduction. So perhaps some of the prevention strategies that we're using with the neighborhood groups as partners in this initiative, in this effort, neighborhood watch programs and active community groups, is seeing some reduction in the crime. So we'll see where that takes us. But for the quarter, we are up compared to where we were this time last year.
Can you talk a little bit about the Violent Crime Task Force and what you like with that?
Well, you'll recall last year we had a problem with violent crime. It's currently on trial in the Shawnee County District Court, so we don't need to say too much about that at this point, other than we all know that that occurred. We initiated the Violent Crime Task Force last year, which was good in that we were able to reduce the violent crime, but those things have residual effect. And the residual effect was some of our enforcement efforts went down because of traffic enforcement and so forth, because we redeployed folks from their normal duties to the violent crime initiative. And it paid off, but that affects the police department in other ways. We had the community officers that were reassigned to the Violent Crime Task Force. They're not then meeting with their community groups, and we hear about those things. So what we wanted to do was start a full-time violent crime unit, which we promised that we would do in the first part of the year, and we did. Those things require compliance with the union contract and the selection of officers and all that, and we did, and we intend to add more officers to that initiative this summer. But that unit is now a full-time violent crime unit, or violent crime initiative to reduce violent crime, and it works with our narcotics unit, it works with our bicycle unit, and it works with our gang unit. So we have tried to, it also works with our canine unit, so we've tried to put those similar functions under the same commanding officer to try to deal with the violent crime, who the suspects are, what is the crime, where is it happening, when is it happening, and what are we doing about it. So we hope that that will pay off in violent crime reduction if we can take some of these folks off the street. Another thing that's happened in that same regard is we have a federal task force, and the federal task force works with the ATF. And what they do is they try to remove felons from the community that are caught in possession of firearms.